Hello, I'm Mark Anthony, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about muscle testing and the importance of muscle testing. So basically, in Theta Healing, we use muscle testing as a way to identify what belief systems we need to change. So you're able to test a belief to see if it's actually holding you back in some way, and then you can actually go through the process and change that belief. So muscle testing is really important to allow us to identify what needs to be changed, and also to ensure that we actually have positive belief systems that are going to serve us in our lives and in creating the life that we desire. So muscle testing is really important. And the easiest way to muscle test is using the pendulum. So I'm standing here and I close my eyes and I verbalize yes, and my body moves forward. I say no, my body moves backwards. So I've identified that my yes and no is going forward on a yes and going backwards on a no. And the key thing to also do is to get confirmation. So just making sure that it's consistent. So I will test, my name is Mark, and my body goes forward. My name is Bill, and my body goes backwards. So I've got that confirmation now that my yes goes forward and my no goes backwards. So now that brings us to what belief system should we be muscle testing for? And so it's really important, like some of the key things that you really want to test for are things like, I know how to receive a healing. It's safe for me to receive a healing. I know how to keep a healing. They're really important belief systems. So it's sort of like the basic foundational sort of things that you want to be testing. And then you take that to the next level of, looking at things in your life. So areas of your life where you may have some struggles or, things aren't working the way you would really like them to work. So if you're having issues with relationships, I know how to give and receive love. I know how to give and receive love in equal measure. I know what it feels like to be in a loving relationship. I'm worthy and deserving of being in a loving relationship. So then you want to look at other areas like, your health, for example. So I know what it feels like to be healthy. It's safe and possible for me to be healthy. I know what it feels like to have a healthy body. And then you look at the financial areas as well. So knowing what it feels like to be wealthy. It's safe and possible for me to be wealthy. So what you want to be doing is testing things that relate to you in your life. So specifically what's happening for you. Look at those belief systems. And then what you do as well is look at other things like, to see if maybe, if you have financial issues, I have an oath, vow, or contract to give my abundance away to other people, right? Or, I have to heal all my clients, or I have to save all my clients. See, they're all obligations. As long as you have to do something, it doesn't matter how many times you do it, you're still going to have to do it again. And so it becomes an obligation, it becomes a stress on your body. So even something as simple as, I have to make money. If you get a yes for that, then what's going to happen is your subconscious is always going to keep you in a financial position where you have to make money because it needs to fulfill that belief system. If you have a negative belief system and it's an obligation, then it has to be fulfilled. A really common thing that a lot of people struggle with is maybe if they've got like a child who has some sort of illness. If you have a belief system that you have to heal your child, then in order to fulfill that belief system, your child has to have something wrong with it. And so one of the most important things that you can do to help the people around you is actually change your beliefs around needing to help them or any sort of obligation, so have to, need to, or having an oath, vow, or contract to heal your child. Those sorts of beliefs are really important to change because as long as you're holding on to those beliefs, you're going to keep that condition in place in that other person because we are creating our reality. We are sending our belief systems out into the universe and we're attracting to us the people that support those belief systems. So the belief system, so your child may have the belief that they need their parents to heal them. So if it's your child, then you would change the belief on you and you would also change that belief on your child as well. So you're releasing each other of the obligation of having to heal each other. And you're going to find that your relationship with that child is going to improve because you're not going to have to be healing them all the time. And, you know, it could be something as simple as, you know, like you have to love your family. If you have a belief system that you have to love your family, then what's going to happen is you give them love, you show them love. And as soon as you've finished showing them love, that belief system comes up again. I have to love my family. So all of a sudden you're giving them more love. And what happens over time is it becomes exhausting because you're constantly giving them love and you're not feeling like it's being fulfilled. And so what's happening is there's this emptiness with your family because you're thinking, well, hang on, I've given them so much love. I don't feel like I'm getting it back in equal measure. And so all of a sudden, like, we end up creating these negative experiences with our family and the people that we love and care about. So they're the sorts of belief systems that you want to be changing. And it's really important to just look at your life right now. Look at what's happening in your life. Where are the areas that you're struggling with? Where are the areas that you're having issues? And ask yourself those questions. And make those statements. Because when we muscle test, it's always a statement. We don't ask, you know, am I Mark? We muscle test, I am Mark, or my name is Mark, right? So always make statements when you're actually doing the muscle testing. And you'll find that you'll be able to use muscle testing really easily. And you're going to find that muscle testing becomes a really beneficial tool for you because it allows you to identify what's there and what's not there. So you look at the situations that are causing you issues at the moment and muscle test yourself around them. When you muscle test yourself around them, you're identifying the beliefs that you need to work on. And that's how you use your muscle testing in your everyday life, because muscle testing is really powerful. It's also a lot of fun and it's actually really easy. So I showed you the pendulum. There's other ways where you can actually use your fingers. So you could use yes and no. So muscle testing your fingers is actually really easy too. So you're just holding your fingers tight, not too tight so it hurts you, and not too loose so where, you know, it doesn't matter what it is, it's going to be a no. What you do is just hold it firm and then you're just testing yes, no. Oops, that didn't work. Okay, so yes, no. So what you're doing is you're just adjusting the pressure. So you're holding your fingers tight, so yes and no. When it's a no, it just pulls through. So that's another way that you can actually muscle test yourself. And if you're muscle testing another person, you get them to hold their fingers like that. And with your two hands, you're just pulling their fingers apart. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, like it, share it with friends, share it with people that you can think can benefit from it. And make sure you watch our next video, which will be the downloads in relation to muscle testing. So thank you for your time and I look forward to seeing you all soon.